gb&d magazine presents the New Orleans BioInnovation Center, Resiliency in Design, Eskew, Dumez, Ripple. Courtyard is the leading manufacturer of architectural aluminum products and systems for commercial construction. We help build infinite possibilities.
And the reason that New Orleans exists is because of its relationship with water. We're precisely located between the Mississippi River, the Lake Pontchartrain, and the Gulf of Mexico. The cruel irony is that represents its greatest challenge. We're in a delta floodplain that is, as we found out, is continuously subsiding. So the challenge for us as architects here in New Orleans and in any city that's driven by the kind of historic context is how do we create an authentic architecture that is responsive to the culture of this city and the incredible environmental challenges that we have. Eskew Dumez Ripple is a New Orleans-based architectural firm. We call ourselves a design-first studio. Our firm got involved with the New Orleans BioInnovation Center, we call it NOBIC, in 2007, shortly after Katrina.
So we worked with the client, advanced it. They said, you've got 6 weeks, redesign the building to improve its energy efficiency and make it more affordable to run. So we took it to LEED Gold in a 6-week exercise where we put everything on the table, evaluated every wacky idea, and in the end we lowered their energy use by between $150,000 and $200,000 a year.
There are a number of things that we did that we're quite proud of. Because we're dealing with rain all the time, and usually too much rain, 300 years ago they understood that it would be important to capture that rain and utilize it. Now rainfall is something to capture in catch basins and dump into an already overloaded, beyond capacity drainage system.
We set ourselves the challenge of could we take all of that rainfall and re-inject it into the soils without letting it run off site. What if we made the parking lot, the rainwater storage system, and the repercolation system for how we're going to get water back into the soil? One of the technologies that we use for that is pervious concrete. It's as strong as conventional concrete, but you can take a bucket of water and pour it right through it.
The fountain captures all of the roof drainage from the roofs, and secondly, it captures all of the condensate from the air handling units.
We've been able to show that basically once every 20 years, rainwater will leave the site. You know, we're a 4-story building in a downtown. So if we can do that here, people can do it anywhere.
The primary focus on the Canal Street facade was to create a civic presence. This is a building that should engage the street and engage the community. It opens it up to a southwest exposure, which is the most challenging thermal condition that we can deal with. You see in a lot of buildings in New Orleans the use of shutters, the use of balconies, the use of screens. So for us at this building, what we did was we used an aluminum sunscreen.
Working with the fabricator Courtyard, we were able to develop this Brise Soleil, this solar control system that allows us to have this perfect transparency and yet block the vast majority of summertime solar gain. Our Canal Street facade is 68% glass, but it has the solar gain of a building that's only 18% glass.
If you look in the French Quarter, there are wonderful examples of courtyards. What we did was we placed the conference room and we double glazed the conference room. So on both sides you have glass. It becomes a transparent element and you see beyond into the courtyard.
We don't have glass recycling in New Orleans, and so as a way to put that up front, when we were looking for art for the lobbies, we knew that there was a local artist who takes the glass that's been collected from the city and transforms it into art.
There's a huge range of tenants in the building. Most great research work, some of it happens in labs and some of it happens in offices, but it's better understood now that it happens through a lot of casual interaction. I think New Orleans has the potential to be not just a national but a world leader in addressing resiliency. And I say that because more than almost any other community in the world, we are dealing with a set of dynamic changes to our environment. What we've seen increasingly is this building and that the mission of this building is being understood at a national level.
gb&d is the magazine for today's leading green professional. Learn more at gb&dmagazine.com.